Oh, give me. All right. Oh, we're live. All right. Hey, everybody. This is Tatiana Tokyo Ish, and I'm here with Lord Rose. Say hello.
What's good, everybody? Lord Rose, Tampa, Florida. Beautiful Mess 3.
Now, I love the fact that your name is Lord Rose. It reminds me of something like super important, and you can't forget that name. Where did you get that name?
Um, Pretty much like I created this name. Like this is like one of my old. Everybody think it got like some type of special significance. I mean, it does now, but originally this was like my Xbox Live profile name. Like
Oh,
Lord Rose, because like when you're on Xbox and you're playing Halo or Call of Duty, that screen name it got to be something like like powerful, when
yeah.
breaking up kills or whatever. So that's where it started. But then originally I used to go by Ralph Rose or Ralph Rosenberg. And I chose that name because like I didn't even plan that way, but like I like Polo. Polo is one of my favorite brands, but I'm even wearing one now. But at some point I was like, you know what? Ralph Lauren don't pay me. So you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that free. So I switched it up and just I ran with Lord Rose, and like originally it was just supposed to represent kingship because like back in medieval times, the king was referred to as a lord or something like that. But then uh in the battle rap world, they took it as like, Lord Jesus, that's
Yeah.
when they would battle me, they would try to say stuff about God. And so, but I took at it like, damn, like y'all calling me God. I like that. So I just ran with it. And, today it means more now because like I try to carry myself as a Lord or a blessing, be it to your ears or to your life or, to whoever else is. I try to uplift everybody around me. So, um, yeah, it all worked out. But originally, like it came from like an Xbox live screen name or
And
something.
you never knew or thought that that was gonna come, into play later, but I think that was great. Like, honestly, some credit to Xbox for setting you up
Yeah,
because Lord is powerful, and for me, I heard that, and right away, that stands out, like, just like, the singer Lord, like, you
yeah,
hear that, it's
mhm,
different. When I Google you, there's some Lords, but I mean, it's you, and there's big names attached to that.
mhm.
So, I think it's great. It's like you're knighting everybody, like,
Right.
and you run that battle. And I think that's wonderful. I actually, when I saw some of your battles, it almost was like I was thinking more like it was going to be a rap battle. It was almost more like a poetic battle.
Yeah, a lot of people that aren't familiar with the battle rap culture, they think it's like hip hop a cappella. I've seen a lot of artists try to come in and cross over like me and do battle rap, and it don't work out because battle rap is it's rap, but it's a different format.
It
Like
is.
how poetry and rap music, is different. The way it's constructed and um, it's rhyming, but battle rap is like a different form of poetry.
And
So
it definitely caught me again off guard because there's these big guys. You're thinking that they're going to do the old school battle that you think of on TV. And then I realized one of your opponents started, and I thought that was just his entry. And then he kept going. And then when I went towards the middle of the YouTube video, then it was your turn. And then I thought it was great because it just like connected me. It wasn't just this, like you said, hip hop genre. You guys came in and then your words were very powerful and we got to hear it. It wasn't like you're just rhyming. We got to hear what you were saying. So I loved it. I thought it was great. And I don't know how old you are. Are you in your 20s, like 25?
no, those were the days though.
You look super, super young. So, but your words were very mature and it sounded like your life you had a you knew where you were going. You had a lot of meaning behind your words and it was a lot of heart behind it.
Yeah, pretty much everything I do is based off uh, life experiences and me and who I am as a person and like that's pretty much that's my marketing point. Me, I am what I'm marketing. So all my music is related off my life experiences. Uh, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about in the battle raps is my testimonies. So I just want to give people me. I feel like it's thousands of rappers out there. I just want to make sure it's only one me.
You
You
have
know.
to stand out. Let me just say again, your name stands out and that gives you such a such a pedestal, such a soapbox to stand on. And you, to me, had started up here. It looks like you've been going for some years now, though.
Yeah, I actually with battle rap it's been about I want to say about 4 years. 4 years. But musically, um I recorded my first song probably like in 2000. And so it was like it was a part that I would say once I started having kids, when I had my daughter, when I had my son, I started to get into a phase of where like I was weighing things out on the scale and I was like, I'm so in love with being a father and having a family. I was like, I don't even think I want this anymore. Like I love making music, but to have to leave my family, go do shows and all of like that part of it, I wouldn't really into anymore. So I want to say I probably took like a good 10-year break.
That's a big break to take and then come back. But so that gave your kids time. Obviously, they had to be over 10. So now you've come back and they're grown, if you want to say in the sense.
Yeah, they pretty much, but like even, once when I started to come back, they were still little but like we're kind of like me and my kids, we're our own little tribe. So those are my biggest supporters, and they always got my back. If I'm throwing a battle rap event, my kids are doing promo drops for me. My kids are sharing my music, and like they're the reason I do everything that I do. So
I bet you their accounts are probably bigger than all of ours because they get on there. And if it wasn't for my 14-year-old niece showing me in the last couple years, I wouldn't have gone viral on half the stuff I did because she's like, no, you got to do it like this. I didn't even know what TikTok was.
I still don't know. I mean, I know how to work TikTok, but I don't know how to do all the fancy tricks that the kids know how to do.
I'm telling you, you got it. Listen, you just hire your son and your daughter and be like, this is you guys are gonna do the social media aspect because from where we come from, our age is playing what was that Nintendo?
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm 41 years old, so I know I'm at least 7 years older than you. No, you're almost my age.
Yeah, I'm almost your age, but
Jeez, well, black don't crack for real.
uh,
You don't have to say how old you are, but you look super young. You look refreshed. You have a refreshing look out there. And you look. I was just saying, like, I love your look. It looks very angelic. I don't know if your eyes are blue. They look like they're blue, but
they're hazel.
okay. I know. I know what I saw, and
Mhm.
it's with the name Lord. It's very inviting. You look, and I can see why they associate more of a God or a Lord or a Jesus because to me, and I'm sure with your hair down and everything, like it just has this higher representation that you kind of have this silhouette look of, the Jesus on the statue.
Yeah, I've heard it. Um, I get it all the time, especially like once the older I got and once the beard came in. So I know I'm not Jesus, but I definitely embrace the energy, associated with, Jesus, and, everything that, he means to people, and, and to people who, I don't want to get too deep into religion, but the figure of,
Yeah.
I embrace that energy.
Yeah, you don't have this like come out thug look where the tattoos on the face and again, I'm older, so that to me, I don't like that. I want someone to come at me with a saying, with something that's going to mean something. It's going to leave me with questions or knowing something about myself. I actually was going to ask you, so you were doing the battle raps. I might say his name wrong. Is it Loso?
Yeah, I know Loso.
Is there a reason you haven't battled him yet?
Um,
Have you thought about do you pick who you get to battle or
I I I could pick who I want to battle, but I like to sit at a high. To me, I like that pedestal you talk about, and on that pedestal that I place myself, I like to get offers, because I don't, when certain battlers are at a certain level and they're higher up, and even though you know them, but like a lot of when you're calling them out, they make it seem like you're chasing after them and you need them. And I built myself up on my own. Pretty much every time I battle, I elevate. So I don't need anybody. I have my own, but I welcome all the smoke. Loso is actually a good guy. I've seen him numerous times at events, and chopped it up with him. Great guy, but in the competitive world that we're in, and with a name like Lord Rose, like I have to live up to that. So if, as far as there's a reason, he would probably say nobody hit him up or made the offer, or they probably don't have his fee, because Loso is a top tier battler. So I don't know if that's would be the case or whatever. But as far as me, I'm with all smoke when it come to battle rap.
it's ready to go? I swear that's same here with me. I love the podcasting world. I love everybody in it. It's very inviting. Everybody I grew up in the strip club world, so those girls are cutthroat. This I came into this thinking this was cutthroat, but it's not. Everybody wants to be on everybody's show. But again, like I love that I've elevated and let people reach out to me, not just me reaching out to people. Because again, I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm thirsty or I need them because I built it all myself. I can sit here and talk to myself the whole time and make my show. But to have people like you on my show, I love it because it's inspiring. It's different. You would be my first rap battle guy ever on my show, and it's memorable.
That's I'm loving it
I
already.
love what was your favorite rap battle? Do you have do you know
Um,
how many like events have you done? Is it like more than 30 that you can think of?
I'm at to the point I know it's in the 30s,
Do you
but
have a favorite?
I want to say I got probably like two. The first one was I battled Danny Myers, and I want to say that was like, it wasn't my first real test, because I battled Don Marino before that. That was probably like my breakout battle, but it wasn't, because at the time, like, Don Marino his foot was going through the door as far as URL. So being the professional he is, he made the battle, but um that's one of those battles where if he had the opportunity to do it again, or get a rematch, he would go for the rematch. So me knowing that, I take credit for that battle, knowing how busy he was. But to me, it's your responsibility to, if you agree to this date, no matter what you got going on, you know, it's kind of your responsibility to be prepared for it. But when I battled Danny Myers, like, that was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Going into the battle, my mentality was like, just do good, because like Danny is my favorite battle rapper for the fact that Danny is always outside. He's not the Hollywood type battle rapper. Like every battle he's booked for, whether you a big name or small name, he coming to kill.
Yeah.
And he's one of those. So going into the battle, I was like, man, just do the best you can. Make sure you perform well, this, that, and the third, because Danny is like, he's crazy with it. And then and not only that, going up to the battle, the days leading up to, or like the day of, there was like just issues I was having with transportation and stuff like that. But I wound up making it, and um, I was like, if I win the coin toss, then I can, because it was a one rounder. Uh, he had a short round. It was a good round, but the material I had was crazy. And after that, he had a battle the next day in California, and he went out there, didn't do so good. So,
You think you got in here? You think you got it in his head for that?
nah, I don't. I think it was fate. It was a part of my story, and it was supposed to happen. Like because I could see if he got out there and choked and messed up like he did the next day, but he didn't. He was great. So I feel that that's a part of my storyline, that what I manifest, like I believe in manifestation.
I do
So
too.
it just worked out the way it was supposed to for me. Um
Do you get nervous still, like, every time with the butterflies and
every
the
time it never goes away. You just can't see it. What
can
it
you learn
is,
to control it better than
no, I kind of I snap out of it, and I snap into, once the host announced the next two battlers and I'm one of them, immediately like my whole demeanor changes. That's when I mean, I'm Lord Rose every day, but Lord Rose the battle rapper, that's when he's turned on. Like, so
same. It's same. I get nervous before every time I get on camera, and even though it's like 50 times a day, I'm always talkie-ish in the streets and people know it, but once I'm on and the camera comes on, I turn into something else and I don't need a script and I don't need it and just and it's like I work well under pressure. I work better under pressure. Like I don't want to just be I want you to tell me I want pressure.
and then for me, like, it don't last the entire battle, because it's like you're nervous in the beginning, but once you drop that first room shaker, it's like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I'm comfortable. Like, that the crowd is resonating with your material. You forget all about the nervousness. But
Was there ever one of the battles that you did where you just like the crowd was not engaging, you're starting to feel like you're losing? Um, do you have those moments where you just are like I mean, does the crowd really make a difference?
it does and it doesn't, because you can have battles without crowds. But in my particular situation, like, as they say, I understood the assignment. Like, I want to say I did like a triple threat match in Broward County, and I knew going into it, like, I'm from Tampa, I'm not from the area, so I knew it was gonna be like that. But it didn't throw me off. It like I'm if you like normally with battle rap, it's not like a concert. In a concert, a rapper get up there, he perform, he got security there to make sure, depending on the level he's at, you can't run up on stage and interact with battle rap. The crowd interacts with you. So if I say something crazy, somebody might walk up from the back, snatch my shirt, push me, or and you have to stop and remember your placement and everything. So
I mean, like security.
oh, you feed off of it. We actually, like, I don't want to say, because some people get so carried away. I've almost been pushed off the stage before, but um that reaction lets people know, and it looked good on camera too. So, but that reaction lets you know that you're doing something right. If I was just sitting up there rapping clearly and nobody's react, it's either one or two things: either this crowd is biased and they really not trying to rock with me like that, or this material ain't good. It's,
And you know before you get there, if I mean, you've been doing this a while, so you know your material. You know what's good and what's not good.
but like I also try to do my homework, like as far as like, cause see, for me it's different. I take a different approach to the preparation. Like a lot of battlers, they get the name of their opponent, they start writing. Me, I I spend weeks just thinking about how I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, where is it gonna be at, and then I make sure I know my terrain and everything. Like it's really like,
You have a deadly execution.
yeah, it's very cerebral. So going into that battle, I knew it was gonna be like that. But then as soon as I land that first one, I start talking to the crowd. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Go ahead, react. It's all right.
I
Like
did. I seen one. Some guy was super close to you in your face, and you're telling him, yeah. But I'm over here getting more nervous. I'm like, damn, are they gonna fight? It's about to be a fight.
when what's funny is people were asking me to, some of my friends was asking, because I had a friend that how I got into battle rap was he made music and he used to do battles too. And one day he been asking me to go to some, and I finally was like, okay, I'll go to this one. And I went to the event, and like I fell in love with it because I knew about battle rap, but I didn't know it was in Tampa. Like there
Yeah.
was rap, so, and the artists were like really dope. So they were asking me to do it because like my music is real bar heavy, and I was like, I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Like me, I ain't on that. All that getting up in my face and screaming and all that. I ain't on that. Like
Yeah, me neither.
so, and ironically, once I just after it took about say a good year or two, and I finally did it. And now it's more therapeutic, if anything, because it's like, yeah, you finna get up here and do all this, but then it's finna be my turn too,
To
and
do it.
I don't disrespect people to the point where
It's
phys-
a low blow.
I'm not like physically.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
touch her, or I gotta bump you, or I personally don't enjoy being this close to another man's face.
No.
They don't have to worry about that, but as far as the bars, I'm gonna say some stuff, and like I don't, for me, I actually have a moral code when it's certain stuff that I don't. I like to let my creativity speak for me. So talking about dead people and um kids, and I ain't really into and
Has anyone crossed that line with you where you thought maybe you weren't you it was too far? It wasn't just fun battle rap?
yeah. My son name got mentioned in the battle, and it wasn't even nothing crazy, but I didn't like it. I just didn't like my son name getting mentioned, period.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything. I even think when girls get catty and they wanna say stuff, I'm like, "What's the point? There's no point. We're fighting."
But it like us what it did was it just made it worse for him, because like the battle stunk. Like once I heard the bar, I was like, I'm really finna smoke his ass. Now I'm really finna like, and that battle is probably one of my favorite battles. Like it's funny because he did it, and then it was my turn, and I went crazy, and then I
I was
said,
gonna say it almost was like a fuel to the fire. Like if
yeah,
I hate to say like that was almost a good thing that he pushed you to that limit because who knows, you might have went a little bit safer on him had
yeah,
he not done that.
my problem. uh, activating the true killer. I've seen my killer instinct in the back, but I know there's a more vicious, and I think my moral code and like who I am as a person kind of interferes with it. Because what's crazy is I could get up there and have the craziest bars, but somebody can get up there and say something about a dead relative, and the shock factor of it behind it, the drop, that'll get more click rebate value, and people will go crazy. So that's the part of battle rap I don't like.
Yeah.
It was just strictly competition. I think that's when it was at its best. Now it's starting to get more Hollywood and more mainstream. Like they've had a battle rap reality TV show, and
Yeah.
somebody hit me up and was like, Rose, you should try out. I was like, unless it's my reality TV show I'm shooting, I don't see myself doing good on nobody reality TV show.
Because it's scripted. A lot of it's scripted, and they might I don't know how battle rap is scripted, but, I have a show coming out called The Bells of Tampa Bay, and we were doing it as a reality show, but it was so scripted that all of us were like, "That's not us." Like, we don't fight like we used to, and like you said, clickbait. The one girl was like, "You know what? It's making me look really bad like my old self." And she's like, "I'm changed. I don't do that anymore." So it just we just didn't want it. So now we turned it into a docu-series, like how something you'd like to do, where we get to talk and tell our life and
Right.
yeah, fights will break out and things happen because we're girls, but we want it naturally, organically. We don't want to push it. I mean, believe me, stuff will come out. But definitely don't want to we're older. We don't do that anymore. We're not 20 years old anymore. We don't need to do any of that. Actually, I wanted to talk about so you have a new album coming out with your single. It's A Beautiful Mess 3.
Hmm.
What's the 3 for? Because there's 3 sequences in that.
It's the third installment. It's a trilogy.
Okay. I wanted to play a little bit of it. Let me see if I oh goodness. I'm the worst at the internet. I'm gonna play some for you. I found it on your page. You're on Spotify though too, right?
Hmm.
Okay, let me see. Tell me about it. Tell me about the first trilogy. Like, how did you think the first sequence in that?
Well,
How did you think to
it
come to that?
is a concept about myself. I've a lot of people look at the outside, and like you were saying, oh, he looks like Jesus, or has his eyes are, oh my God, it's such a handsome. But I actually done been through some stuff. Like I've had a pretty tough life, and A Beautiful Mess 1 through 3 was pretty much the start from like the beginning of. I don't want to say the beginning of my musical journey, but I would say like the beginning of me like really putting my foot down and saying like, okay, I'm gonna go at this full throttle. And up until now, it's pretty much like um, it's constructed around my life and things that I've been going through and pretty much my journey. And so like that's where the beautiful mess comes from. It's basically the outside and the inside. And like um the first one didn't really get the financial attention that I want. Like I wasn't able to release it as a project, so it ended up on SoundCloud. The second one I released, I had hard copies for that, and we released that one on that piff. And that one probably garnered the most attention because it was right around the time that I got into battle rap. And by this time, like I'm into battle rap, but I'm not. I'm just getting started. And
Did
so
you know it was gonna go that way?
nope, not I didn't know anything was gonna go the way it was going. And that's like one of the lessons that I learned in life. Like a lot of times we want to do things, but not knowing the what, when, how, and where holds us back from doing it because we
Mhm.
don't know the how. We never get there. And I learned that you don't have to worry about that stuff as long as you map out where you want to go. The universe will take care of the rest. As long as you do what you supposed to do and stay consistent, the universe will take you or handle the rest. God will handle the rest. So a beautiful message. Like in the midst of that, I would say I was in like a extremely toxic relationship. I was a starving artist. I was dealing with like the loss of uh two of my closest siblings, my brother and my sister. So pretty much I just took the pain, the joy and pain in my life and constructed it into music and just made it there. Basically, in so many ways, like told my story, and it's not it's just music. It's not constructed as, like an autobiography or anything like that. But those who know me listen to the music and be like, damn, bro, you really went there. I can't believe you said that I know exactly I remember when that happened. So it's just my story, my truth. And like I ended third, or I want to say like two is probably, I don't want to call it dark, but it was a theme to two. And the focus was like mental health.
Was it your mental health?
Mine and everybody that go. I just chose me as the platform, because a lot of people, when you hear the word mental, you automatically think retarded.
Crazy.
But in reality, we all suffer from some type of mental illness just by being humans. Like we're all products of our environment, and our environment is this planet. Even if you had like a great upbringing and you grew up in the suburbs, you still live in this world. So that alone kind of qualifies all of us to have some type of issues. It's just about being comfortable enough to address those issues, you know,
And recognize those issues.
so you
A lot
know
of
how.
people don't know what they do because of what's happened, and, I go through that all the time. I'm actually graduating with my degree in psychology next year, so I wanna be able to get on here and be able to talk to people and actually be able to give out advice, but I understand that definitely comes into play of what's going on and who you are and where you're going, and if you don't recognize that, then you can't like, there's things that happen when you're little that then you turn around, like, certain music makes me nauseous, like, old school R&B, really makes me, like, car sick, and people ask me why, and I'm like, "Because when I was little, my dad used to put us in the car and drive us around and make us go to sleep with that music." And I know for a fact that's why I get car sick when I hear like, if it's too slow or it's too many of them. I get immediately, I'm like, "What is going on?" Like, my stomach just turns, and I love old school music, but it's hard to listen. I have to, like, cut it up with stuff in between because you have to recognize what makes you do what you do. You have to.
Yeah, it's certain music that bring back certain moments, like certain feels. Like I can remember what I was doing when this song was out, and like sometimes I could hear a song and I can smell the rooms that I was in or wherever. Like you said, the car and motion sickness and stuff. So I can relate, and that's hopefully. I don't know if because it's a different generation, but like I want to have that type of music, and that's why I was. It was like a lot of pressure with three because two did so well, and when I say did well, it like musically, that probably was like my breakout project. And it's harder to break out because like the era that came, like back then with two, we were still making CDs and stuff like that.
I
So
miss those.
that was like the end of, I caught the end of that era. But people hit me up from um Canada. I got a guy that hit me up and was like, "Thank you so much for this project, and um I appreciate you for having the courage to be so vulnerable with your music, and this music helps me get through life."
Because we can relate. Like back in the day, we loved Tupac. We loved, when they were telling stories and they were real. And it wasn't just about banging and this and that. We want to know the inner story. Everybody wants to know whether you're a porn star, whether whatever. We like to know the vulnerability behind that.
Right.
And if you can't be vulnerable and tell us real life, I mean, everybody knows, everybody got problems. Everybody go through a lot of stuff. If we can't relate to you, like the fact that I feel like you have a lot of things that you say that I love because in a male figure, a woman and a male can't always see eye to eye. But I
Mm.
feel like there's a lot of me in you. I'm very comedic and you're super serious.
What's your sign? What's your
I
sign?
see you. Okay, my sign.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn
Okay.
in December though.
Okay.
I was born 2 days after Christmas. What sign are you?
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer. You're very serious. Like, you're super serious. I don't know if I can make you laugh.
Nah, I'm actually like a goof. I'm not even gonna hold like, but that's just around the people that I'm closest to.
I understand.
So my kids, they get the most goofiness. They get it's absolute, just it's annoying, I'm sure, to them at some point. But it's can't help it. When I'm with my kids, that's when I can be a kid. So um
Well, you know how when you were little you wanted to be played with. My dad goofs more than my mom did. Mom was more serious, but she's actually more. She's very comedic, but she's like a raw. She will say something to you and she'll call you fat or but it's in a funny way, and then you can't do nothing but laugh. My dad just was goofy. He wanted to be a kid.
yeah.
So it's great because you know how to play with your parents. Like me and
Mhm.
my mom will banter back and forth, but it's funny because other people start laughing. They think she's yelling. She's just has anxiety.
I laugh though, so I take advantage of it. Laughter is good for the soul. I am pretty serious, because it's a lot of responsibility and, weight on my shoulders, and I have to, like all men, I have to wake up and be a lion every day. But I try to take advantage of that, laughing. Like, as far as like entertainment, I don't watch a lot of scary movies. I watch action movies are cool, but I like comedy more than anything. Like, I want to laugh. Like, laughing is, it actually extends your lifespan. So
Oh, well, then I'm probably gonna live till I'm like 200 because yesterday, me and my friends, we went out, we laughed so hard all for 5 hours. We like had like lumps in our throat, and two of the girls were porn stars, and I'm teasing them because I'm like, so now you guys got lumps in your throat from something else. But for them to go out and we weren't on, I love to take my girls out and we don't have to be this right here. We could be just goofballs and we don't have to always be like sexy and we could just be us. And I loved it because they were not used to that. They have to, we have to be on all the time. And people think that we're just like we're always excited and always ready to hang out and date and like no, it's not like that. We just want to go somewhere and not talk to anybody and sit in the corner and make noises and because it's hard work. It's hard work.
And that's why I say as a artist, I'm gonna maintain control of everything. Like I'm not looking to sign to a record label. It's 2023. I can put my own music out. I can set up my own shows. I can do all of this stuff. Mostly. I mean, granted, you do need people. But most of these things you can acquire. On your own. I don't want to have a publicist to tell me what to say and what not to say. I don't want to wear makeup. I
I
could,
hope you don't.
you know, whatever. I don't want to say whatever is planned or whatever, but you know,
You go with the flow. You're not forcing things.
who knows? That could be my breakout album, and I could go multi-platinum, and I'll be the same Rose. I still want to be able to wear sandals with socks, and run to the corner store to grab a leaf, and I'm just gonna be myself. I'm not. I'm not putting out the energy that oh, I'm in these streets and I want to kill, and I'm hard, this, that, and the third, or I'm a millionaire. I'm me.
Did you have any sense when you were young where you had to learn to not be in the streets and learn to stay out of trouble?
Man, the funny thing is I was never in the streets young. I got in the streets when I started having kids and I needed extra money.
What they call it, jumped off the porch?
Yeah, well, in that, like everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody, but to me, I consider that being a kid. Jumping off the porch, being a kid, and then being in the streets is different. Um, but yeah, growing up, yeah, I had my little squad, and we even like, because for me, it was different. I grew up in Mississippi, and when I say it's different, I was born in Florida. My mom moved to Mississippi, and it's still segregated there. I
Yeah.
haven't I haven't been back since 99, since 1999, but um it's still segregated. So how in Florida you see mixed people all the time, it wasn't that in Mississippi. Like I was the only one.
I was gonna say, so how are you mixed? Is it white and black?
My mom is black, and I want to say either Choctaw or Cherokee Native American, and my pops is Italian and Jew.
That's crazy. So my mom's Italian and my dad's black. He's Nigerian and we're Blackfoot Indian. So that's crazy because again, like you're
Mhm.
very light skinned, like I am, and I was always never black enough, never white enough. I always get that, still get that to the day. Either the dark girls don't like you, then the white girls don't. You're black to them, you're white to them. It's always been that way. I've always felt segregated in my own little bubble.
There though, it was like once I got here, I felt more accepted. Like it was normal to see other mixed kids. It still wasn't like a lot of them, but it was way more than I mean, it's way more now, but it was way more than I was seeing in Mississippi.
Yeah, because like you said, you were the only one. I was the only one from first grade to like high to college.
And like I would have my teachers pulling me out, like keeping me after class to like ask me personal things about what's going on, like in my home, like asking me about my mom, my dad, and how did they meet, and like to them it was just unfathomable, like a interracial relationship. So
Yeah.
all of that kind of based like a part of my character. Like I always felt like I was different, and that's
See?
because they made me feel that way. Now I embrace it. I enjoy being different. Like I don't go out my way to be different, but that's why I was saying that the my approach to really music and everything, and even like in battle rap, um, it's like it kind of hinders me from truly breaking out because I'm not really willing to do the antics and the extra stuff that it takes to make yourself noticeable. Like Rose will sell and be successful simply because he makes great music and people love him and they relate to his story and who he is, not because of the things that I did in the streets.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's what be so crazy about battle rap because I'll be in front of these guys and they'll be rapping to me stuff I do, really did, really live, like what I'm really on and like what I've really been through, and they ain't did that a day in their life. Like you,
Yeah.
but and I sit there and just eat it all up and do me, because at the end of the day, it's all about the energy you put out is what you gonna get back in return.
Is there someone that you kind of are hoping or hungry to battle? Is there someone that you really think that
I put it
is
like I'm more interested in working, making music with certain artists. I'm hungry to make successful records with certain artists than to battle rappers. Like for battle, you know what excite me? A bag. When that league owner hit me up and say, "We got this for you to battle so and so." I'm to the point now. I battled Danny Myers, Don Marino, Jada Nightwing. I battled Bulls the Bambino. That's on the URL app. So I've soup, and then I did all of that in a 2 year, 3 year span. I super exceeded my expectations. Like battle rap is so critical of a sport where like in music, like there's different genres and stuff. In battle rap, it ain't no room for a mumble rapper.
yeah,
Even if you like in battle rap, you have to have some type of bars and creative. You can't just make the catchy. Like it ain't
the
like
jingle.
it's very technical. So for me to come from a music background and to step into battle rap and thrive the way I have, I kind of I'm happy.
Are
You know,
there any gigs that you've turned down as far as maybe TV shows or any that you turned down just because it just wasn't you?
um, I haven't turned down any TV shows. But as far as like battles, um, I'll turn down battles that they don't pay me enough to do, or battles that I don't think will strengthen my wave. Because I feel like I've done it all. As far I People have given me shots, I've elevated, I've came back and gave shots, but you don't want to get stuck as a shot giver. You want to keep going up. So a battle rapper's stock can potentially, like, if your stock is low, then the next thing I'm like, well, how much you trying to spend? And then it's battles that like a Loso, but with his stock, it would elevate me.
Yeah,
But I told you they gotta pay me to battle him too.
yeah,
Like where I'm at with it, it's not uh I put in the work, and so I see myself as a star and a celebrity. I'm just a different type of celebrity. Like how like and that kind of started when I was getting those inboxes and DMs and comments on my YouTubes and about how much that my music, once I started to see how my music and stuff was impacting people, I gained a different appreciation. Like the millions and stuff don't determine how successful I am. Like I'm already him. That's just money.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not chasing after nobody in battle rap. I get paid to battle big names, small names, all of that because what I provide, I give it 100%, and
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, you look good out there. Your name, the fact that I watch your stance, even when other people are in your personal space. I think your stance is very inviting, and it looks like you're there to do that job. I feel like they're extra, and you definitely are not. And I love the head nodding. I love the smile. It just makes like I said, you just embrace how you look, and it just I feel like it makes other people look silly.
Yeah, I tried to kind of give rappers a tip on that with the like me, like the wardrobe is a part, like what I wear and there, like I to me, I feel like all of that like breaks the confidence, you know, because I'll come in there like I'll show up to all my battles looking like money. I love perfume, like cologne and stuff, so I'm looking good, I'm smelling good, and I make sure that my posture is good. That like no matter what they saying, like most of the time my head is up and
Yeah, you have a good poker face. You have a good
yeah,
poker body.
and even if they say something that I like, I give them like a little head nod, or I might because the whole time I'm not bothered. You
No.
what I'm trying to execute on or convey on stage as well. Like stage presence is definitely key because to
Do you
me,
think you'll ever I mean, you have great points. I think maybe a step, it would be almost like a seminar or a class, or I don't know if you wanna do maybe like a book on tape, of you telling someone kinda like how to do it, how they start the posture, things that people would never think of, the dress, coming in being respectful with morals.
yeah, I excuse me, I probably would be interested, but I kind of want to I want to save all my secrets and stuff for the next rose. Whoever's gonna be like the next rose, like my protege or the person that I found, like because I wanted to say because we have a battle league also. We take off battle league. Me, my brother Crown Vic, Ricardo, and Big Rig. Uh, we have our own battle league, and we have this artist. Her name's Ashley, and I thought Ashley was gonna be the next Rose, but like Ashley to me is arguably like better than me. Or, like she
Oh,
is. So if you
hi,
guys
Ashley.
look her up, it's
I will.
Dash Lee, Lee, and she's amazing. And what I love about her the most is she's her. Like people have tried to tell her that, oh, you're fire. You need to yell more, or you need to dress this way. And I told her, be yourself, and she wears glasses, and she'll come in there dressed how she wants to dress.
Does
And
she have curly hair?
she probably have had it before in a hairstyle or whatever, but
'Cause
like,
I think I seen her on your page.
oh, then yeah, probably did.
You
But
guys actually look alike.
you think so?
I thought it was a family member. I'll show you later, but I thought so. I think I know what you're talking about, but I swear I thought it was a family member.
I don't know. Or does she wear glasses?
She had glasses, yeah. I think I wanna say they were brown, they were a little bit.
I know I had because we were supposed to do a 2-on-2 together in Miami, but the whole event ended up getting canceled or pushed back or something. So I know I had a flyer up there. But like I said, I thought she was gonna be the next Rose, but I feel like she surpassed that in her own right. She's done battles in New York, on She Go Hard. The It's basically the sister league to We Go Hard, and she's her journey has been amazing as well. And I'm just so proud of her because she could have done whatever she wanted, but she chose to rock with us. So anytime she got a battle, though, they can book her in Dubai. We there.
Yeah. Like the crowd that comes with you being in the battle, right? You have the crowd, the squad, the posse that comes with you. You don't just go by yourself.
Um, I have been to some battles by myself.
But it's not the same. You need a cheerleading squad. You need a squad.
If more so than a squad, you need to walk through that door looking like a cell. So when I come through do an event, yeah, I need at least 4, 5, 6 people, at least minimum. Just
Well, if you're out this way, I'll come do a stand-in.
oh yeah,
I would love to. I'd love to be in the battles. Like I'm from Detroit, so sometimes I feel like we're close to the home of how battling started.
yeah. Detroit is that's where you familiar with Marv One and Quest
Ex-
McCody?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, Passamaquoddy, yes,
that's a lot
definitely.
of
I
talent.
I miss those days. Well, tell us, how can we book you? I want to hear all your handles.
Oh, you can find me on IG, Rose the Ruler 444, Twitter, Solo Gang underscore Rose, Facebook, Rose the Ruler, YouTube, Lord Rose. But I want to say that the best way is probably IG, Rose the Ruler 444.
And they can just message you
Yep, absolutely.
to put you through. Well, that's wonderful. I'm going to put all your links below. I'm going to play your song once I find it, which I found it earlier. And I'm like, God dang it. I should have had it set up here, but I was just more interested in being on time and, you know what I'm saying, being professional. So I will definitely do that for you. This is Tatiana at Tokyo Ish, and I had the best time talking to you.
Absolutely. I'll definitely love to come back anytime.
Absolutely. Listen, come back anytime, bring back anybody you want. I'm here for you. Commercials, anything you need. I'm on two radio stations. I'm on 88.9 The Mix and I'm on 105.7 The Beat Jams. So
Oh,
when we're done here, I actually would like to write maybe a 2-minute article on you and let me say it this week on air.
oh, that would be amazing. I would love that.
It's my gift to you because I think you're wonderful. Next time I get you on, I'm definitely going to be more comical and I'm going to make you laugh.
Okay.
I threw in a little bit of the porn star stuff, but I'll put it. I'm really like inappropriate all the time, but today you had me professional. See, I even wore the all black dress, professional.
Well, be
I was being good. No, it's good. People are gonna see it. They're gonna laugh. They're gonna be like, "How did she hold her face?" Because I'm always throwing out gutter jokes. Like I'm the worst.
right,
By the end of an interview, someone always goes, "You know, I really hate you." I'm like, "Yeah." But I love that. That's the best part because most cute girls don't come out and say the most raunchiest things that I say. So
right.
consider yourself spared.
Uh, don't spit.
Oh, I've got you next time. Look, I'm gonna write my little battle for you next time, and then we're gonna go.
All right, I'll be ready then. Let me be ready.
I did a Tokyo-ish song, and I'm not a rapper, so I'll send it to you. I'm gonna release it soon, but I have IV vodka coming out soon. My show, The Bells of Tampa Bay. I'd love to come and integrate with you as far as maybe being in a video. You come on our show. I would love that. Our show come to one of your battles. If you
Gotcha.
don't mind a bunch of porn stars.
We welcome everyone. The Lord's house is open to all.
God, strippers in the Lord's house. That just sounds wrong.
Right?
So I'm gonna have to make you a T-shirt that says "Strippers are welcome in the Lord's house."
That's gonna be our thing. We
That's our thing. That's our tagline.
got you.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Everybody always has a tagline. It's always something. The other day, a guy from Catfish, I was interviewing him, and I guess some girl said something random to him, and she said, "Fill me up," and that's his line. I send him texts, and his shirt's gonna say "Fill me up, Daddy" by Tokyo-ish.
Um, that's
So in the Lord's house, I love it. Lord Rose, this is Tatiana Tokyo-ish, and you're coming back on because we're gonna make you laugh.
absolutely.
You're a star.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.